seguir apoyándola hasta el final y que sea feliz, que es lo más importante para todo padre, que sus hijos sean felices.
No he tenido la oportunidad de participar en un concurso de canto. Esta es mi gran oportunidad. Y estoy dispuesta a pararme en el diamante de la voz y mostrarle mi talento a toda Colombia.
Padre, qué pena, ya empezó mi clase.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm sick. I have a cold.
I'm sorry to hear that, Belisario.
Yeah.
I hope you get well very soon.
It's because I need to rest. Now I never rest. Just working and studying, never stop.
Yeah, you need to rest.
Yeah, but it's impossible until because I work in the morning.
Just take the rest of the week off.
And I have to work. On Saturdays, I have 2 classes in the morning and in the afternoon, from 8 to 12 and from 2 to 6 on Saturday.
Oh my God.
And on Sunday, I go to church with my family.
Okay.
So, and in the afternoon, I have to study and do things from work or from the university. I can't rest only when I get sick. So I need to stop because I can't move like this. I just arrived.
Oh my God.
I just arrived from work about 25 minutes ago.
But you need to take care of yourself, otherwise you're gonna be worse tomorrow or after tomorrow.
I'm going to prepare something special: vanilla, ginger, and lemon. Sometimes I get better.
That's very good.
Yeah, sometimes I get better with that. Yeah, it takes like 2 days to get better or 3 days.
And take vitamin C.
Vitamin.
It's very good. Yeah, vitamin, yes.
Yeah, I used to take vitamin C, but it's not so much effective, so I don't spend money on that. I prefer something natural now.
No, but the thing is, you have to take every day, no, when you are sick.
Yes, I do. But for me,
like
something.
A habit.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't believe that is good because it's artificial. I prefer natural things. Because
but it's more effective. You know, I've been taking the doctor prescribed me vitamin C every day.
Vitamin.
Yeah.
And
I feel really good.
But I suppose you can
I don't
rest.
have any pain, any cold. But if you have a flu, the best thing is just rest, to be honest. Yes.
That's impossible. Because tomorrow morning I have class in the school. Only if I decide, oh, I can't move, I can't go to work, I have to stay here only. But I won't receive that money to pay a lot of
Oh,
things.
I see.
Yeah, my country in school is per hours. If I don't go there,
Yeah.
no money. And I
So
have
yeah,
planned.
I understand. And how
Yes.
many hours do you work a day?
Uh, a lot. But just working, teaching English, or including the university?
Teaching English.
Um, Probably 10 or 11, 10 or 11 hours a day.
That's a lot.
Yes, because I need a lot of money.
Yeah, I know, yes. And you have the chance to work that amount of hours, you have to get it.
Yeah, when I get old, I won't work so much. I can't work, so I need to take advantage of that. Now that I'm young,
You will rest when you get old.
yeah, probably, probably, yeah. Teacher's
Hello.
ready.
Yeah. How are you?
Hello,
Good
Diana,
evening,
how are you?
teacher Diana.
I heard Belisari is sick. Hopefully you get
Yeah,
better with the natural thing that you're going to prepare.
mix. Yes, I took it. I drank that last night and this morning, and now I need to prepare that for today, for tonight, and tomorrow morning. As soon as I wake up, I drink that.
I really think that ginger is really good. Once I had a cold for 15 days, and the only thing that helped me was ginger.
Yes, I believe in that too. It's magic.
Yeah, well, the thing is that if you drink or eat a lot of ginger, that affects your heart. That
Really?
yeah, I
Oh
mean
my God, I
that
didn't
really,
know.
but if you do it in a on a daily basis and you consume a lot, so that affects the heart. But if it's once in a while and with minimum amount, eh, it's not it's not bad for you.
I can't hear you properly. It cuts. The sound cuts all the time.
Okay, I'm going to check my microphone.
The sound cuts all the time.
Okay, what about now? Is better?
Probably it's your internet connection.
Well, I'm going to well, the idea tonight is to review the topic that you're studying this week, which is a picture description. And also, I would like you to give your opinion about art, street art, and graffiti. Uh, so, did you hear me? Was it clear what I said?
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
Thank you, Luz. Well, so
I can't hear sometimes.
you can hear something. Well, just give me a second. I'm going to check something.
Are you working on the task for this week?
No, not yet, Belisario.
I already started.
No, I haven't had the time
My God.
to start. Probably tomorrow I will start.
sometimes I go to bed very late in order to work on the task and on things from the school. Oh my God, that's my problem. Sometimes I don't sleep well, like just 5 hours like this.
I couldn't do that. You know, I can work late in the evening.
Okay.
I prefer wake up very early in the morning, start 4 o'clock or something, but in the evening, no.
My God, 4 a.m.
It doesn't work to me, for me.
Okay. Totally understand. The teacher is ready.
Do you
Okay.
rest on Sundays? Do you guys rest on Sundays?
Just a little, like 2 hours probably.
Okay. Tell your body that in 20 days you will have an extra day, a holiday.
That's great.
And then the second week of April, you will have the Holy Week.
Yes, Holy Week or Easter.
Easter, Holy Week, yeah.
Or Easter, yeah.
Second week of April.
My God, that would be great.
A little bit more. Okay, well, this week you are studying a picture description. So I would like you to describe one of the pictures that you see. Here I have more, so please just let me know the one that you want to describe. Here we have more.
Could you hear that?
No.
Me neither.
I am showing you the picture.
The sound is not working properly, teacher.
Okay. I am showing you the pictures, so please choose one.
No.
I describe it.
No sound.
Connection is a nightmare.
It is.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good internet connection, it's a nightmare. It's a pain.
Something.
I know from.
Yeah, I'm using the same internet connection that I have always used, but something is wrong lately with. Something is wrong lately with.
I don't have good.
So I need to.
Me neither.
Go to an office and see what happens.
My God.
I don't have good, teacher.
Do you hear me? Do you guys hear me?
Now, yes. Not before.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for my problems with the connection. I am using the same internet that I've been using for 3 years, but it is not working very well lately. So I need to go to the company and ask for the reason why I'm having problems. The idea tonight is that I will show you some pictures for you to choose one and describe it. After you describe it, we will have a discussion about what you consider is art and what you consider is not. So most of the pictures that you will see are classified as graffitis or street art. So I would like you to choose only one. And after we have heard the description of one picture that each one of you will make, we will have a discussion about the difference between graffiti and art, or what you think is art. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. Thank you. So now I'm going to share my screen. Please choose only one. Okay, please tell me the number of the slide where you saw the picture that you want to describe. Oh,
Number 7.
okay, Luz, what picture do you want to describe so I can show it bigger? The one that is on the top or the one that is at the bottom? Luz, what picture do you want to describe?
The number 7.
Number 7.
Okay, this is number 7, Luz.
Well, I can see two pictures, one on the left, one on the right. On the left hand picture, I can see there is well, I don't know much about the difference between art and graffiti, but I think graffiti is when there is not a message for the public, is what I think. And art has a message for the public. I'm not sure about it, but I think it's something like that. I can see there is a front of a house um, with 3 windows and a door, and there is a graffiti that I don't understand what is that. And on the other picture on the right, there is a front of the house as well with two with this is art for me because it's more clear to me because I can see there are two old person, a lady and a man. Also, there are some fish star and other figures that are more clear to me. This is what I can say about the two pictures, Diana.
Okay. Lutz, have you seen graffitis or this type of pictures in the place where you live, in the city where you live?
Yes.
Is there any special area in the city where you live where there are more of these pictures?
No, not is in a special place, no. Like in Medellin, I think in Medellin now is a special wall with graffitis. Not in Pereira, no. I haven't seen a special city with that, no. I have seen there mm, in some places, but not in a special city, no. In one is a museum that I can see is, pues I can see that I can say that it could be an special place because it's a museum, but I'm not sure if it's graffiti or or if it's art because it's not clear for me the difference.
Okay, good. We will talk about that. Just the last question, Luz. If you had a house, would you like to have a picture like the ones that you've seen or
No,
a different one?
no, no, no. I wouldn't like to have a graffiti, a picture like that. No,
Of any type?
not at all. No.
Oh, all right, thank you. Well, we are going
Okay.
to listen to Jose. He shows picture, let's see.
4. Okay.
Is there the picture that you want to describe?
Sorry, teacher, I can see the picture 4.
This is a slide 4. Slide 4.
Nice.
That is not what you want to describe?
Yeah.
This one?
Well, it's changing.
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, well, In this slide, yeah, teacher, thank you. Well, in this slide, I see different graffitis that are located in different places of maybe. No, this is not my. Don't worry, I wait.
That is not the slide? Jose?
No, teacher, is number 4. I see the number 1.
Okay, this one.
Sorry?
Is
Tell me.
this, do you see now on the screen?
Teacher, I hear you, but I hear you. I describe the number 1.
No, you want to describe number 4, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this one. Okay, I see
Okay.
now the number 4.
Okay.
Because okay, thank you. Okay. Well, in this slide, I see 3 different pictures that are from some um, graffitis. Maybe I can think that these graffitis will be here in Bogota because I think that I see some graffitis. For example, the second picture that are in the left of the slide. I think that I saw that graffiti maybe in Zoo. I think I don't remember, but many graffitis in Bogota. So in the first picture, I see that maybe is an um, presentation of the community Rastafari because they use some expressions, and I see people with dreads in their hair, and I think that they are expression, or they are try to the creator of the graffiti. I think that they want to spread a song about the community thing. I think that is the of that graffiti. In the second one, I see it a mixed image, a mixed pictures with a women and I think that about because I want. Can you help me, teacher? Okay, thank you, teacher. Okay, in the second picture, I see it's a graffiti with expressions about the women and the thing that maybe the people that made picture or that graffiti try to express some about the world and the importance of the heart because the boy have the heart, they have the heart in hands, and maybe can express meets a situation with the feelings because I think that try to express that the humans and boys are in an interesting union because the happiness in the boy is so expressive And well, I think that is an excellent mixed graffiti because have a real expression of the happiness in the face boy. That is for me, and I don't. If the other people have another expression about that. And finally, we have another picture that express the uh, things about people. I think because they try to show us the different chakras from the people because I see they are many points in their in a specific hand parts, a specific head parts. Okay, because there are some books that talk about the chakras, and in that books we can find it that points that maybe the creator of the graffiti try to express. I think that maybe the, they have an idea about the chakras, and is very interesting because many express really emotion. It's an emotional graffiti for me. That's all for me, teacher.
Good, Jose. Would you like to have one of those pictures?
Okay.
If you had a house, would you
Sorry.
like? If you had a house, would
Sorry,
you like to
teacher.
have?
I hear you. Uh, oh, well,
Does that sound better?
I
If you
think
had a
that the
picture of your,
expressions of
I'm sorry, Jose. If you had a house, would you like to have one of those pictures or
yeah.
a similar one at the front of your house on the wall?
Well, I love the graffitis, and I love the expression of culture in life, but the idea of painting my house with one of these graffitis is not a good idea because um, I think that for for the graffitis, the idea is to see in the different streets. There are some places that maybe can be better to take a graffiti. So I think that in my house, no, I don't want a graffiti in my front of my house. Really, it's not a good idea.
Okay, Jose. Thank you. Right. Who wants to
Okay.
begin? So for those of you who just joined us, you need to choose one slide and describe one picture.
Okay.
Felix?
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Felix. What slide would you
Yeah.
like to what slide do you want me to show you so you can describe one picture?
Maybe which is above on the kit because it looks only a part. It's appear only a part
This
or
one?
beside what is next to the kit. Show me, please.
What number?
Yes,
That
this one I
number?
keep putting a finger on the head.
Okay, but that
It's
is the
okay.
one that is the picture that
In
your
front of the
classmate
kit.
has.
That's it.
That is
I
the
think
picture that your classmate has
correct.
described. Could you please choose a different one? Here there are more.
Mm, maybe the before one. Okay. Puts not that okay. The before one, maybe.
Number one? This one?
Okay. Okay, this topic is not India. This the what is above below? Excuse me, below. No. This okay. This okay. 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 This. Mm, Maybe what is the name of this? Maybe hasta aquí plus one reason. Maybe this. Okay, Jairo Garzón. It's okay.
Yes, that's Jairo Garzón. Jaime, sorry. Jaime Garzón.
So I'm going to describe this. What I'm using is to describe all about what is the graffiti. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that it have a hard message. To say the truth is this person was really and was very creative and have a period of life that was revolutionary. Yeah. But here's maybe other way, a way or different ways to be cautious, yeah, and talk with the truth to people. So this graffiti describes what is in, in the reality of the country about some injustice, or you say, yeah, or if I can say that it maybe show sorry description of people that do not have listen or the real maybe or do not want to show to see the real situation of the country, but there is maybe maybe a blend or combination of country traditional maybe life the countryside and all together with Indian and maybe mm, mm, knowledgeable people and no knowledgeable people. I think that okay, that's it. That's what I can see.
Okay, Felix, are you for or against graffitis?
I am for, yeah, yeah. That's not good. It's not a good word that they say that, but this I agree with that
So those
because
type of pictures that help people reflect about something are okay for you, right?
yeah, because I think this country needs instance to know the reality, the truth, and introduce show that are truly. I think yeah, this is a way to show themselves as they are. I think I am agree with that. Mm.
If you had a house, it would be okay if you
Okay.
had one of those pictures on the walls of your house. Felix, if you had a house, it would be okay if you had like the same picture on the walls. Felix?
Mm, I didn't hear. The sound is not working good.
If you
Yeah,
had,
could you
if you
repeat
had,
please? The sound is not
yes.
good.
Okay,
I
I'm going to
I
repeat.
I couldn't hear.
I'm going to repeat. If you had a house, it would be okay if you
Okay.
had a picture of Jaime Garzón on the walls.
Okay. No, it's difficult to understand.
Again, I'm going to repeat. If you had a house, it
Okay.
would be okay if you had a picture of Jaime Garzón on the walls.
No. So that's all depends where it is on, because I think it exists different ways to maybe I don't know, manifest states, I would say, some expressions in this graffiti maybe is maybe taking all the front of a wall. No, not exactly. I think everything has a place, yeah, a specific place to be on, or to be to be a stand there, to be a stand. But no, in my house, no, no, it's not my style. No, for nothing. That is a problem in Bogota because you can see this kind of graffitis almost everywhere. There's no respect about it, I think. No, for nothing, not at all.
Okay, thank you. Alejandra, I'm going to show picture 6, which is the one that you want to, sorry, 5. So Anna can describe picture 6. Alejandra?
Yes, teacher.
No.
The next.
But you wrote 6 or 5, and well, Anna chose 6. So is it okay
Yes.
you describe number 5?
I prefer describe number 6
Okay.
because I like more.
Here we have number 6.
Yes, this. Okay. I think that to painting can represent art for the urban part because it's a way of expressing life or skill through painting. Two paintings represents feature of native culture, maybe the maybe beliefs or rights or symbol and the relation of the native cultures with the nature. And this picture we can also remind us of our origins and the importance of the native culture.
Do you consider those pictures are art?
Yes.
What's the difference between art and something that is not? What is art for you?
I don't found the difference because it's a form of expression.
Okay, so
For me, the same.
for you,
Oh,
if something expresses feelings or expresses, helps to express an opinion,
Likes.
that's art. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Good, Alejandra. Thank you.
Okay.
Anna, could you please choose a different one because number 6 was already described? Or probably you want to add something different to the description of the picture.
Sorry, teacher, I don't hear.
Okay, we just heard the description of picture 6. Do you want to add something different to that description, or do you want to choose a different picture?
Another. No, I like that one, teacher. I like this.
Okay, so what do you want to say about that picture or those pictures or one of them?
Okay. I can see two graffitis. The first one shows an Indian that I believe is our culture past before Spanish. It is interesting to keep in my our first cultures that is still it's in some place of our country. Yes. And the second picture, the second still has shrinking colors and is something mystical and spiritual. It's a graffiti that is on a walk. I think this graffiti are in Bogota, maybe 7th
On the
Street.
7th Street?
Yes.
Would you have one of those pictures or a similar one on the walls of your house? If you had a house or if you have a house?
No, maybe a second one, but I don't have. I don't like.
Okay, why?
No.
Why would you have like the second one and not the first?
Never I have a face in the house because I don't like no. Yes, for energies, different energies, spiritual. I don't like that one.
Okay, so would you have a different picture on the walls of your house? Like something you really like?
Sorry, teacher.
Would you have a different picture on the walls of your house about something you like?
Yeah.
What would be that picture about?
For example, about fruits, trees, natural is I like because I have relax in my house.
Okay, thank you, Anna.
Thank you, teacher.
We haven't heard Belisario and Cesar. So could you please choose one slide? I'm going to show you again the ones that have not been described yet. So
Okay.
number 1.
Thanks.
Number 2. Number 3. Number 5. Number 8. Number 9.
Can you show me number 8, please?
Number 8. Would you like to describe that one?
Show me.
There's in the same one.
Okay. Well, who wants to start?
I want that one, please.
Okay, go ahead, Elisa.
Okay, in the first picture, I mean, that is at the top, I can see a lot of fruit and animals. I can see a jaguar. The jaguar is from the Amazon. It's very common in Brazil, in the Amazon, and the colors are great. I can see this that an eagle. I can see like an eagle, a lot of fruits, a lot of colors. That means something tropical. That is from. I can see that is from America or Latin America, especially from the Amazon. And the other one at the bottom is 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 a great idea because sometimes in this kind of art is used in poor areas where people don't have the opportunity to paint their houses. So to make a place more beautiful, um, yeah, and I think I consider that is an indigenous person in a canoe. So I think that is related to Latin America as well. The combination of colors are great, but I consider this kind of art like not so great because it's just used in poor areas where the government don't support these kind of people or those communities. Yeah, I just wanted to say that this kind of art is used in Latin America because the government don't support many communities, as I mentioned before. Like we can see this kind of art in Bucaramanga too, in a place when we go from Bucaramanga to Giron, and even in Brazil. It's a great idea, but to make, as I mentioned before, to make a place a little more beautiful, but it shows that they don't have any support from governments, and it's something very common in Latin America because in developed countries they don't have the need to do this because cities are more beautiful. uh, Government invests more money in the streets, in even in different kind of art like museums. The museums are really big, really beautiful, and people can go there. So we don't have those things, and we don't have those resources that the government offer. So people need to do those things in order to like to make things less like less ugly. I don't know how to say that. Less ugly.
Okay,
Yes.
I think that in your opinion, you don't agree. I mean, you partially agree with graffitis and street art, right?
Yes, I don't consider is a great idea. Just when there are enough resources from the government, people need to use those kind of art to make the streets more beautiful. You're totally right.
Okay, thank you, Elisari. Any reactions? Somebody
But
wants to add something to what Belisario mentioned?
yeah, me. Well, in the second one is really who made this is have a lot of creativity because it's too big, and this really require a imagination and style. So, yeah, really is not common to see this too big. Yeah, because it's big. It's not easy. And
Yeah,
many people have really talent.
Yes, and that will take a lot of time to finish it. Yes,
Oh,
and people need the ladders to or climb on the ceilings of the houses and ladders in order to paint all the houses and the images, something like that. That's what you mean, right? That it takes a
yes.
lot of time. It's hard to make those kind of work.
Yeah, this look like a picturesque city. In Brazil, it's easy to do this kind of graffitis. Many streets or many places are very have a proper identity, yeah, by using graffitis. Some some neighborhoods, but here in Colombia, it's most in front of the house or on the doors, and really this dream is damaged, in my opinion, because art not must be to leave its own place. What this is really, yeah, what is gonna transmit with what is gonna is looking for to show to people, to humanity. One thing is damage and one thing is art. I think there exist limits. There are different between each to another.
I would like to say something that I prefer this kind of art than when people or write words and messages that are
Yeah.
really ugly. I prefer this kind of art. For me, this is, I would say that this is art. And when people just write anything, that's not art at all. The
Oh,
teacher
you're
is
right.
here. Is the teacher here? The
I
Where's the
I'm
teacher?
showing the I'm
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
I showed the first picture because you mentioned the idea of a difference between art and those pictures that have just words. So I thought about the first one that we have here on the top right corner. So I can read like some names, and I think that's what you are just mentioning, like the difference between this graffiti and pictures that show something like more elaborated, probably.
Yes, I hate this kind of graffitis or art that is just words and uh, I hate it. I think
Hmm.
it's better to paint the wall with some colors or than doing that. And the others are like beautiful, but not so much. The other things. I think we saw more beautiful things in other slides.
Okay, but would you consider the other pictures in this slide art or
Yes, I consider they are art, but people who made those pictures didn't have like much resources. Yeah, so they worked with little money or something because
Hmm.
the quality of the paint is not so good. So probably they didn't have enough money to make something great.
okay?
Yeah, almost all about painting nowadays is considered art. Before was focused more on the figure, was an abstract art exactly, but those abstract arts were focused on a specific symbol or what they were looking to transmit to show to the people. But today, it all is considered art. That is paint. That this involve maybe painting, and imagination. According to the science, all is art. That's terrible.
Okay. Well, Cesar, I'm going to show you the slides that have not been described yet, so please choose one. So we have number 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
not too professional. That's not very professional.
Okay.
Jesus.
This is number 3.
Those pictures are much better. However, the colors are so dark, and probably it's because of the what the person wanted to express. For example, in the one on the top is it's easy to see that is a black community, and they're saying like quiet. So probably it's because the government doesn't hear that community, doesn't support, so they are quiet. They don't have support from the government, and the colors are too dark, and around like the picture is surrounded of just lines, and so my neighbor
Yeah, I
is
agree with you. I think that is the message that the artist wanted to express or share, like the dark colors with the faces of those children, um, like saying that they need to be silent. So the
Yeah.
colors help to express that, like information that or opinion or idea that the artist wanted to express.
and the same happens with indigenous communities. They are not heard, like as black communities, they are not heard and not supported. Many people, not everyone on the earth, consider they are inferior, but other people consider or think they are inferior communities. Yeah, so that's why they spread they express those pictures, those images with a message, because for example, many Europeans has always heard that black communities or indigenous people are inferior than them, and
Yeah,
even and
inequality
even
in our country is a fact. So
no, even in other countries. For example, if some people migrate, like it's very common migration now. It's very common, especially from Africa. Uh, they want to go to Europe to have a better life. But for example, in the United Kingdom now, they want to close the oh my God, I forget the word.
borders.
The borders, yeah, they want to close the borders. That's why they are not part of the United Union,
Mhm.
because they want to close like the borders. But I have to recognize that there are more African people in the United Kingdom, like in England, than in other European countries, and sometimes they are discriminated. Yeah,
Right.
like they are apart. They are discriminated because they think they are inferior, and
Oh,
that's really painful. That's really sad.
sure. Like what for they are going to be different because they are a smaller community than others. Well, I'm going to show Cesar other slides. So this is number 11. It has not been described yet. This is number 10. Here we have number 9 and the previous one. So which one do you want to describe, Cesar?
the one that probably, I don't remember the number because I was just waiting the other one. I don't know if it is the number 7. Could you go back please to the number 7 on the other ones before?
This is 5.
Oh, I can see it. In this moment I'm seeing the, no, 6.
This is number 5. And here we have...
No, that one, number 5.
Number 3? Ah, number 5, okay. So what you see?
Yeah, number 5. Okay, number 5 in the picture that is in the bottom is part of the another one that you show us that it was number 10. That is a long wall with colors in gray and red. In this one, in that one in the bottom, you got like a girl with a camera taking a picture to a punk guy. You can recognize that it's a punk. They got the punk style with the punk press. I don't know, remember how to say it. The hairstyle like a punk. And if you see one of the eyes, the anarchy sign, and the girl looks like a girl from the 70s, like a 70s time age. What I like about this one is that the colors are in gray and red, because the red is very attractive and they catch your eye among the other colors that are in between the black and the gray. It seems like at the newspaper when I saw, and it reminds me when I was a kid and I read the newspaper, reading the cartoons or the comic strips. So it's a little bit similar to a newspaper. And the one that is in the and up, that is like in a bridge. It's like this picture is painting on the wall of this of the bridge. Apparently, I don't know. But here in Cali, you can see more many bridges with the under the bridge or the walls of the bridge with those kind of pictures or graffiti, what you call it. What I like about this one is because most of them looks like cats. So if you see the eyes, like in the expression, like they were fear, they look like if we were rappers, cat rappers, and it's a little bit with the style of cartoon network, and so folks in my mind to remind the feeling of when I was a kid and I used to like or see and watch, the cartoons. Very colorful, eye-catching, and I really approve this kind of art in those places, like, for example, this kind of art or this type in places like the bridges, car bridges. Why? Because it's better to see all this colorful art, this different of expressions of the art. It's not a common like the old art that we can find in a museum, but it's like a new style, like it's pretty similar to the old school. The new school art, and it's better to see these colors instead of the gray, the pavement, the cement. So when you're driving your car or you're in a bus, you can stop for a while in the traffic light and take a look at those walls and think a little bit more, or discover in the eyes of those little characters maybe a different story, or trying to find out what probably those characters are thinking or what they're seeing. And related to the question that you were asking before, to if I had a house
would I approve to have one of those paintings in the front? As I said it, okay, I guess that I tried to say it, but it's not. I guess that is not well seen in a house. Yes, but in my neighborhood, yeah, or in a normal neighborhood, because this paintings is well seen in, for example, in big areas, in big buildings, or in this case as a bridge, yes, or for example, the ones that you showed previously that was like an Indian or in Jaguar. They look like old houses, like for example here in Cali, there's a place in San Antonio that is a historic center of Cali, of the city. So you can find different those kind of wall paints on in that part, but they provoke the ancients, or like the tribes, or it's more cultural. Yes, and in a space that is very well known for the citizens or the people who come to visit Cali, the visitors. So they go to San Antonio in this case, and they can see the art, and they can feel the art in its walls. But it's not like you're going in a normal neighborhood in not in the downtown, and you can find this kind of walls. It's like, for example, in the public university. I used to study in Univalle, and you see many walls with this kind of art, or just simple graffitis with some words, parts of poetry, or paintings of I don't remember how to say Quixote, like a Quixote, or paintings of dogs that are well known in the university, or yes, or that kind of art, yes. But it's a place where you can that you can also learn, and it's like in between the environment, you can find this the art. Also here next to in the Calle Quinta, that is very well known. Maybe you have heard many salsa songs about Cali. They mentioned the Quinta, and there's the Biblioteca, the library, departmental library, and you can see big walls painted with different, or you can see in the Fifth Avenue, in the Fifth Street, different walls like these ones. And when you're driving, when you're traveling or commuting in your Mio, in the Mio bus, you can see all this and get distracted, and just try to forget about how difficult was your day, or how tiring, or just be amused for the wonders that you can see in those paintings.
Very, very good, Cesar. So your opinion was well supported. I can see that you like graffiti, but only in those places that are public, not in the private places or houses. It was clear. Your explanation about your opinion on graffitis and art was clear, and the description was also very complete. Very good. So I just want to share with all of you like some links if you want to see other types of street art in other cities, big cities in the world, or if you want to watch a documentary about graffiti. There are really nice elaborated graffitis in other countries in the world. So if you are just interested, you can take a look at those links. We find graffitis everywhere. In Bogota, we have even a tour a graffiti tour downtown, people live from that. So they take a lot of foreigners, usually you can see downtown in Bogota, who take that graffiti tour because downtown is a place where we can find many types of graffitis. So there is a person who's in charge of explaining the meaning of the graffiti, or is in charge of talking about the artist who painted, and it's really successful with the group of foreigners. I used to live downtown, and every time I went out at midday, I usually watched those groups of foreigners walking with Colombian person to have that tour. So Alejandra wrote that the page is unavailable. So, well, I need to check what's going on with it because there are two links. Let me see. And let's see, before we
This
finish,
one is working.
the first one?
About this, the one about the cities.
Yeah, the first one is working.
Yeah, yes.
There are two links. So the first one is working, and let's see the second one. The second one also works. So probably you copied both at the same time. So please check that. So before we finish, I would like to mention some words that I heard while you were talking that I would like you to have in mind. For example, the difference between the word Indian and indigenous. So remember that Indian is a person from India. Indian is a person from the country of India, while an indigenous person is a native one. Well, not a native, but a person is a indigenous person is someone who has
a special culture.
Okay, good, yeah, who cares a lot about nature and has a special culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then also please have in mind the difference between persons and people. Persons is a word that exists, but it's very, very formal. So it's more common to listen to the word people when we want to use the plural for the word person. Also, it's important that that you notice the pronunciation of the vowels in these words. So this will be native, native, and this T in English sounds like sh. So nature, nature. So take a look at that, or have that in mind, please. And finally, what is the correct sentence? How can you correct this sentence? Anybody
I
have
don't
any question?
find. I don't find.
I don't find.
Or I can't find.
Okay. Or I can't find.
Or I didn't find.
Or I didn't find the difference.
or I didn't find any difference.
All right. Good. So yes, that's all. So like those were like some things that I wrote while some of you were talking about your opinion or describing the picture. The task that you have this week is a written one, and you have to describe a picture. So well, that's the reason why I chose this topic, and also to have you like practice how to support your opinions and debate a little bit about the difference between art and what you consider is not. So what I've just noticed is that art is in the cases or in this group is different from most of you. Some of you consider something is nice, is beautiful, and others think that it's not. So it is like likes are really different for each one of you. And some of you agree with graffiti, some of you don't. But what all of you agree is that you would like to have any graffiti or street art on the walls of your houses. So I guess that you all prefer to see it in public places than in private places, which is something common. Good. So I don't know if you probably have any comment or question before we finish.
I would like to thank you for your time for this time, but my neighbor is shouting. I don't know if you can hear that noise, so I get ashamed.
No.
Oh my God. Oh, thank God.
No, I can't hear that.
Besides, I would like to say that Cesar got inspired. Oh my God.
That was good. That's the idea.
What do you mean? I
want all of you get inspired for please. That's the idea, so that you can practice orally as much as possible. Well,
I have a question on
yes,
this. Okay, this course goes until when?
This is communication, so we finish before Holy Week. So the first week of April.
In April. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
So we have like 8 weeks, 8, right?
9 weeks.
9.
9 weeks.
And the ninth one is about like we have tasks or just to know the grades.
No, there is a test.
Oh, okay. Thanks for your answer.
Good. Well, thank you very much for joining the encounter and for your participation. Please get inspired, all of you, next time.
Okay.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, people.
Good night, guys.